Allora, buonasera a tutti, ben arrivati a questa serata di meditazione insieme. Dedicheremo questa sera al Shri Guru Dattatreya Tattva che è dentro di noi ed è fondamentale per il nostro equilibrio. Quindi cominciamo subito invitando Shimataji nel nostro cuore. Chiedendole, per favore, Shimataji, tu che hai il potere di aprire il nostro cuore e di portarci a sentire lo Spirito, e che in effetti noi siamo lo Spirito, per favore, Shimataji, apri il nostro cuore. Guida il nostro cuore ad essere completamente arreso ai tuoi piedi. Shimataji, noi siamo lo Spirito, tu sei lo Spirito Santo, la Dishakti. Noi desideriamo essere connessi, grazie a te, con tutto l'universo che tu sostieni, proteggi, fai evolvere. Quindi Shimataji, per favore, guidaci tu. Fai in modo che questa meditazione sia dal cuore. Adesso lentamente ci alziamo la Kundalini. Possiamo portare l'attenzione sull'elemento terra e quindi chiediamo, Madre Terra, per favore, guidaci a una completa resa ai tuoi piedi di loto. Shimataji, tu che in realtà sei anche la Madre Terra, per favore, dacci il permesso di meditare su questa meravigliosa Madre Terra. Madre Terra, per favore, ti chiediamo scusa se ti tocchiamo coi nostri piedi e se in qualsiasi maniera, consapevoli o meno, ti abbiamo mancato di rispetto o ti abbiamo offeso, sfruttata, consapevolmente o meno. Per favore, Madre Terra, assorbi ogni nostra negatività, tutti i nostri blocchi, i nostri eccessi. Per favore, porta equilibrio dentro di noi e assorbi ogni nostra negatività. Madre Terra, per favore, fai che le tue qualità siano sempre più presenti in noi. Shri Adiguru Dattatreya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adiguru Dattatreya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Scusate, Shri Adibhumi Devi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adibhumi Devi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Adesso chiediamo a Shimataji per favore, stabilizza il tuo Shri Ganesha Tattva nel nostro Muladhara Chakra. Permetti a Shri Ganesha di guidarci in questa meditazione. Per favore, Shimataji, illumina le qualità di Shri Ganesha dentro di noi. Shri Ganesha, per favore, sii gentile e compassionevole. Per favore, vieni a guidare tu questa serata e portaci tutti ai piedi di Shimataji. Shri Nirmal Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Adesso chiediamo, andiamo sul Muladhara destro e chiediamo l'aiuto di Sri Kartikeya. Shimataji, per favore, stabilizza in noi il tuo Sri Kartikeya Tattva. Per favore, Sri Kartikeya, prenditi cura di noi. Ti affidiamo ai tuoi piedi tutte le nostre negatività, interne o esterne. Pensaci tu, per favore. Shri Nirmal Kartikeya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Kartikeya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Manteniamo la mano sinistra stabilmente connessa con la madre terra e anche la nostra attenzione. Bene, allora adesso prepariamoci per il pediluvio. Passiamo la mano sinistra verso Shimataji, con la mano destra diamo dei bandham per vibrare l'acqua. E possiamo chiedere, Shimataji, per favore, vibra quest'acqua perché assorbe e trattenga ogni nostro squilibrio, ogni nostra negatività. Shri Samudra Devata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Samudra Devata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Possiamo immergere i piedi nell'acqua. Sentiamo la stabilità della madre terra nel sale e quest'acqua che assorbe, che alleggerisce tutto il nostro corpo sottile. Adesso portiamo l'attenzione sul void, chiediamo Shri Mataji, per favore, ma tu che sei il nostro guru, il nostro maestro, per favore riempi questo vuoto, questo void, con la tua presenza, con le tue vibrazioni divine. Shri Adiguru Dattatreya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adiguru Dattatreya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. E adesso lasciamo che seguiamo questi 108 nomi con l'attenzione nel void.
श्री आदि गुरु के 108 नाम। ओम श्री सत्वाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री सत्वभृतांगतये नमो नमः। ओम श्री कमलालयाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमो नमः। श्रीनाथाश्रयाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्रीनाभाविने नमो नमः। ॐ श्रीदेहशून्याय नमो नमः। ॐ श्रीपरमार्थदृशे नमो नमः। ॐ श्रीयन्त्रविदे नमो नमः। ॐ श्रीधराधराय नमो नमः। ॐ श्रीसनातनाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्रीचित्कीर्तिभूषणाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्रीचन्द्रसूर्याग्निलोचनाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री अन्तःपूर्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री बहिःपूर्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री पूर्णात्मने नमो नमः। ॐ श्री खगर्भाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री अमरार्चिताय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री गम्भीराय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री दयावते नमो नमः। ॐ श्री सत्यविज्ञानभास्कराय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री सदाशिवाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री श्रेयस्काय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री अज्ञानखण्डनाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री धृताय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री दम्भदर्पमदापहाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री गुणान्तकाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री ज्वरनाशकाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री भेदवैतण्डखण्डकाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री निर्वासनाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री निरीहाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री निरहङ्काराय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री शोकदुःखहराय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री निराशार्निरुपाधिकाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री अनन्तविक्रमाय नमो नमः। श्री भेदान्तकाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री मुनये नमो नमः। ॐ श्री महायोगिने नमो नमः। ॐ श्री योगाभ्यास प्रकाशनाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री योगदर्पनाशकाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री नित्यमुक्ताय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री योगाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री स्थानदाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री महानुभवभाविताय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री कामजिताय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री शुचिर्भूताय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री त्यागकारणत्यागात्मने नमो नमः। ॐ श्री मनोबुद्धिविहीनात्मने नमो नमः। ॐ श्री मानात्मने नमो नमः। ॐ श्री चेतनाविगतायने नमो नमः। ॐ श्री अक्षरमुक्ताय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री पराक्रमिणे नमो नमः। ॐ श्री त्यागार्थसम्पन्नाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री त्यागविग्रहाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री त्यागकारणाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री प्रत्याहारनियोजकाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री प्रत्यक्षावर्ताय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री देवानां परमागतये नमो नमः। ॐ श्री महादेवाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री भुवनान्तकाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री पापनाशनाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री अवधूताय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री मदापहाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री मायामुक्ताय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री चिदुत्तमाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री क्षेत्रज्ञाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री क्षेत्रगाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री क्षेत्राय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री संसारतमोनाशकाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री शङ्कामुक्तमते नमो नमः। ॐ श्री पालाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री नित्यशुद्धाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री बालाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री ब्रह्मचारिणे नमो नमः। ॐ श्री हृदयस्थाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री प्रवर्तनाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री संकल्पदुःखदलनाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री जीवसञ्जीवनाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री लयातीताय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री लयस्यान्ताय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री प्रमुखाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री नन्दाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री निराभासाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री निरञ्जनाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री श्रद्धार्थिने नमो नमः। ॐ श्री गोसाक्षिणे नमो नमः। ॐ श्री आदिनाथाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री विशुद्धोत्तमगौरवाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री निराहारिणे नमो नमः। ॐ श्री नित्यबोधाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री पुराणप्रभवे नमो नमः। ॐ श्री सत्त्वभृते नमो नमः। ॐ श्री भूतशङ्कराय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री हंससाक्षिणे नमो नमः। ॐ श्री सत्त्वविदे नमो नमः। ॐ श्री विद्यावते नमो नमः। ॐ श्री आत्मानुभवसम्पन्नाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री विशालाक्षाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री धर्मवर्धनाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री भोक्त्रे नमो नमः। ॐ श्री भोग्याय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री भोगार्थसम्पन्नाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री भोगज्ञानप्रकाशनाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री सहजाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री दीप्ताय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री निर्वाणाय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री तत्त्वात्मज्ञानसागराय नमो नमः। ॐ श्री परमानन्दसागराय नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Allora adesso risciacquiamo subito i piedi. Ci prendiamo qualche minuto per buttare via l'acqua. Restiamo qualche istante con l'attenzione nel Sahasrara per assorbire le vibrazioni di questi 108 nomi del Guru. All'altezza del void ci sono due aspetti che facilmente possono squilibrarsi. Da una parte il fegato e la nostra attenzione, dall'altra parte invece la pace e la soddisfazione. Quindi portiamo la mano sinistra sul fegato e sullo svadhisthana destro e chiediamo Shri Mataji, per favore, ma vieni nella nostra attenzione, vieni nel nostro fegato. Per favore, Shri Mataji, donaci una pura attenzione. Concedici un ego sempre più collaborativo, sempre più arreso allo spirito. E concedici un fegato e un'energia sempre più mite, sempre più pacifica, che possa rinfrescare tutto il mondo intorno a noi. Shri Nirmala Citta. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmala Citta Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Shri Mukuteshvari, la possiamo anche ripetere volendo per 10 volte, questa è quella deità del fegato che assieme al profeta Maometto si prende cura del nostro fegato. Shri Mukuteshvari. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mukuteshvari Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mukuteshvari Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mukuteshvari Namo Namaha. Shri Mohammed. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mohammed Namo Namaha. 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 Un altro mantra molto rinfrescante è Shri Himalaya e Shri Chandrama. Chandrama è il canale sinistro, l'aspetto della luna che è rinfrescante per il nostro fegato. Quindi Shri Himalaya Chandrama. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Himalaya Chandrama Namo Namaha. 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 Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Arrendiamoci completamente al silenzio. Lasciamo che l'attenzione vada nel Sahasrara. Adesso guardiamo questo video di Shimmataji, questi estratti sul Guru.
I bow to all the Sahajogis of the world. It is very heartening to see so many of you assembled here to do the Guru Puja, to worship your Guru in person is regarded as the highest blessing. But in my case, it's a very different combination that I am your mother and your Guru. So you can understand how Sri Ganesha worshipped his mother. You all are created in the same image of Sri Ganesha, who worshipped his mother, and then he became the Adi Guru, the first Guru. He is the primordial essence of mastery. Only the mother can make the child a master. And the motherhood in any Guru, whether male or female, can only make the disciple a Guru. So first, you have to become the prophets and develop that motherhood within yourself. Then you can make others also prophets. Now, to become a Guru, what do we have to do after our realization? Guru word means gravity. Gravity means a person who is grave, who is deep, who is magnetic. Now, as you have learnt in Sahaja Yoga, that realization takes place in complete effortlessness. So normally a Guru tries to make his disciples effortless, which is called as Prayatna Shaithilya, means relax your efforts. Without doing anything, you got your Prayatna Shaithilya, otherwise Kundalini would not have risen. Then the second stage is Vichara Shaithilya, the thoughtless awareness. This also you got it without doing anything. And the third is complete negation of thought, abhava, and the bliss of peace. So one has to understand that you have to pass them through 3 stages. First, when you get your realization, all these things come spontaneously for that moment. When you raise the Kundalini of others, these things happen to them spontaneously. You too have that power now to raise the Kundalini of people and to establish it in them. But we must understand why it has to be done that way. Why we have to have Vichara Shaithilya. Because when you project any thought, it is artificial. It is not reality. Thought always stands between you and the reality. When you put in an effort, you stand against becoming. For example, if I have to cure you, I just put my hand and finished. No effort. I am that. You get your realization because I am that. I don't put in any effort, I don't think about it. I am that. Just looking at someone, it can be done. Just putting attention to someone, it can be done. Just with a small desire, it can be done. Because you are that. You can mold it the way you like. You can get an example from gold. Now gold is untarnishable. It does not have to think it is untarnishable. It does not have to put in an effort it is untarnishable. It is. So to be, you don't have to put in any effort. If you have to put in an effort, that means you are not yet that. If you look at the sun, it shines. It doesn't have to put in effort to shine. So to be that, if you have to put in an effort, that means you are not that. You are trying, you are artificial. The flowers are beautiful, so they don't have to beautify themselves. And this is what one has to understand, that innately if you are that, if you have already become, then what is the need to put in any more effort? But when we say these things, you see, then people think you have to be lethargic, that you need not do anything. You become a guru without doing anything. That's why at the very outset I said it goes in stages. So the first stage is of Sri Ganesha. How he surrenders to the Shakti, to the mother. That is the beginning. If one cannot surrender, that doesn't mean you don't do anything. But surrendering means the worship, the respect of the higher, the obedience to the higher, not to argue it out, not to react, acceptance, absorption, like a child absorbs the milk of the mother, without questioning, without reasoning. That's why Christ has said, you have to become like children. But if you are questioning, then you are no more a child. So first is the state which you have to develop, is the childlike state. But child, which is a realized child, which has to have a gravity. If you can develop childhood first, then everything takes proper course. Because maturity cannot take place unless and until you start from the very beginning. And gravity means maturity, not frivolousness. So now the quality of Ganesha, as you know, is that he has viveka, means he has discretion. He has means he is discretion. So try to develop your discretion power, so that Sri Ganesha gives you the wisdom, subuddhi, wisdom. And this is why you have to have a dependence on Sri Ganesha. So at this point you have to make a negation of efforts. Like whatever are efforts anti-Ganesha or anti-innocence must be negated. So the negation of effort is to be achieved by negating whatever is the effort. Means the effort of negation. So in the beginning you will not be effortless. You will have to put in effort for that. Like Christ has said, thou shalt not have adulterous eyes. So how do you make your eyes innocent? In Sahaja Yoga we have a method by which we try to distract our eyes from effort that makes it adulterous. Like we try to put our attention, our eyes on the Mother Earth, on the grass, on the trees. So the avoiding of the effort itself is effort. So those people who have come now recently have to understand also that they have to put in all kinds of efforts to stop the efforts. For example, some people are used to very comfortable life. They may talk of all kind of renunciation. When it comes to comfort, they want to have comfort. Such people should try to get out of the habit of comfort. Sleep on the ground, sleep on the Mother Earth. Some people have an attention which is all the time looking this side, that side, cannot see to one point. So fix your attention. So gradually you will find, you will discipline yourself. So the effort that you put in is very important in the beginning of Sahaja Yoga. Another thing is very common in the West is the harsh tongue, the sarcasm and hurting others is a very subtle way of violence. Or if they are really blunt, they can start with ego expressions also. I. Such people should stop talking completely. Make an effort to stop. Just don't talk. Now watch your mind. Is it trying to talk something sarcastic, nonsensical? So this watching also requires effort. So to sprout the seed is easy, but then one has to put in the effort to look after the little plant. And when it matures, then it's on its own. So the effort should be made to protect yourself against the mind which you have built in through your ego or superego that goes into the wrong direction of effort. But sometimes be very careful. You have to be discreet. And the best way to be safe on discretion is to keep in the center. Never go to any extreme of anything. For example, some people are fond of music, say. So they'll go on after the music part of it. Some people say are fond of poetry. Then they'll go after the poetry only. There is nothing wrong in those things. But whatever you achieve in all these things must be brought back to the collective and must be enjoyed by everyone, and you should also enjoy what others have found. For example, somebody is a very learned man and a dry person. So he has to make an effort to make himself sweet. So try to neutralize your extreme nature by coming in the center. And the best way to say is, I like everything. The way you keep me, I am happy in that state. And to suggest to yourself that I am the peace. Suggest, auto-suggestions. I am the satisfaction. I am the dignity. Try to impose these artificialities upon yourself of these virtues and righteousness. And then ask yourself, if I am dignified, how can I do such a thing? Ask yourself. You judge yourself with those. For example, somebody is a miserly person and he says, oh, you must be generous. Then you call him a hypocrite. But supposing the miserly, you see, questions himself, then he is not a hypocrite. So when you put all these artificial so-called values upon yourself, sort of a goal, and then try to achieve that goal through your own effort, then you become that. So automatically you criticize yourself and you don't criticize others. And you know what's wrong with you. Because what's the use of knowing what's wrong with others? That is not with us. We have all these things within ourselves. We've got them, they are there, we are the possessors of that. Only thing you assume. Once you start assuming, all badhas will run away, everything will run away, and you'll be surprised. Who can stand a person who is a saint, who is a guru, and who knows he is a guru? Nobody can stand. They'll run away. That is not with us. We have all these things within ourselves. We've got them, they are there, we are the possessors of that. Only thing you assume. Once you start assuming all badhas will run away, everything will run away, and you will be surprised. Who can stand a person who is a saint, who is a guru, and who knows he is a guru? Nobody can stand. They'll run away. But you have to have introspection to see that your self-esteem is completely correct. It's not just you are thinking you are a guru. I have known some real gurus, and I would never allow you to go to them. Because God knows if you can come back in one piece or not. And I have told them that they are real gurus, I know, but don't go near them. Because what they lack is this compassion, this Sahaj style. Because they think they have worked very hard, so why should these people not work very hard? You may be anything. You can be doing this work, that work. You may be educated, not educated, makes no difference. Whether you are rich, poor, makes no difference at all. As long as you know that you are the Guru and you assume your power. In that assumption, as if any talent, if you know music, you know music. If you know how to cook, you know how to cook. If you are an administrator and if you know administration, you know administration. But that could be also not totally absolute. But you are already in absolute totality of reality. The reality is at your disposal. But you assume it. You are not ordinary at all. We can say you are extraordinary in ordinary. In that, you will just drop out all that is nonsensical. Just drop. Others will see you and will be surprised. What sort of people these are? What sort of a life they lead? How nice they are. How kind they are. And the knowledge is so subtle and so great and of such a highest degree. But you never feel bloated up with ego. I have not seen any Sahaj Yogi who says, oh, I know all about chakras and this and that. How dare you say like that? With the moustaches upward. No. With all this knowledge, you bend down, like the tree which is laden with fruits bends down. And that humility, that simplicity and that humility gives you the special edge which can pierce into any heart. Thus you become apostles of truth. You can become prophets like William Blake. You can. So many things you will be manifesting and you won't believe yourself. But believe. You are one with that great power, which is God Almighty. They were discussing for ages, I think, about the Immaculate Conception of Christ. Such stupid people I have never seen. Why, He is God. He is God Almighty, He is not a human being. He can do anything. How can you judge Him and judge His powers? And He is working, how can you? to discuss about God, have you got his brains? When it's something, a person like me discussing about banking. After say 1 or 2 sentences, I go off. In the same way, when you start discussing God, you must know you do not have that capacity to discuss about God, what his relations are, how he got a son, this and that. Who are you? What's your own position that you can discuss? And then in that humility you realize it's God Almighty. He is Almighty. He can do anything. Then that faith, not blind, but a real faith in that feeling that God is Almighty. And that now you have become the messenger of that. God Almighty gives you all the strength, all the courage, everything.
Adesso restiamo con l'attenzione sul cuore. Shimataji, per favore, portaci nel Sasrara. Bene, allora adesso possiamo ringraziare Shimataji Li offriamo i 3 grandi mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasarasvati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradaini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Possiamo alzarci la Kundalini e Bandham.